And yeah, we just go ahead and go from there.
All right.
So, Jam, the little in question for the podcast, how you doing?
Hey, glad to be back.
I mean, it has been quite a break. Oop, don't mind my chime. Apparently, I am being Instagram updated.
Well, that feels suitable to how we're going with today's episode.
I mean, yeah, we are how many weeks removed? Like this would be week number 3 if we did not record an episode.
Oh no, not the people missing us.
I mean, hey, we got some new listeners in, so that's good. But it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of slipped up just a little bit.
You know what? I'm gonna say we gave a lot of good information up front and we just gave people time to catch up, maybe re-listen.
I mean, it's hey, that's like that's a good way to like get them out of it and us out of kind of being preoccupied with our lives.
Sure.
Cause no, it's been like a real crazy few weeks. Cause like on my end, I'm doing this coding boot camp, the 3 month option, which again, I regret that decision because it's so much, so quickly, so fast. And with my ADHD brain, it's a plus when I'm in my hyper focus. It's a minus when I'm like, ugh, I'm done.
But you did it.
2 weeks ago, after we are done here, I'm gonna be working on trying to get 2 challenges done. So yeah, we're trying to get to the finish line.
I believe in you, but no more parties in between.
Psh, I got a whole party to go to, like in not this weekend, but next.
That's a celebration party.
Mid celebration, 'cause I still got like a couple more classes after that. But hey.
Fine. An almost there celebration.
And what you been up to?
I got some things done actually at our Friendsgiving.
Okay, so the 2 week hiatus was more so Friendsgiving focused.
It really was. And I wasn't sure because I've been in this group for a while, but it was my first time meeting most of the people who came to Friendsgiving.
Okay, which
And
group was this one?
yeah, you and I happened to be neighbors that weekend. We were both in the Poconos.
Yeah, I'm saying like which group was this one?
Oh, this is House of Kink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're all over. So we're trying to travel to where the people are, but Friendsgiving has been a constant. And I don't know. I feel like I'm super shy. Like the very epitome of a kitten. That's how you'll find me in the new situation. Probably in a corner, probably really quiet. If I know you, I might sit on your lap. But my partner is also like super shy and like he thinks a lot. So he also could be found in a corner with me on his lap.
Okay, because yeah, you did say it. We were both in the Poconos on the same weekend, but I was with the fun sexual and her weekend playcation. I was out there with my anchor partner. Shout out to all the E&M people out there. And
Yes.
it was a really good time. Like I have been to 3 of her functions, and each one of them legit.
It's always a good time at Maj. I fully regret that I couldn't go to film stations because of COVID, and I really need to make the next one or the one after next because she already announced the next one.
Yeah, the next one I think is next weekend.
Yeah, no, it's impossible.
But that was what I did last weekend. 2 weekends before that, I was in Houston for Spanx. Was it no Spankfest? They actually had another one. This yes, oh no, Friday they had a Spanksgiving Spankfest, but I went to Houston with my lady, got to kick it with her folks. We got back to Austin like same day, so there was no way I was going to Houston, back to Austin, back to Houston to come back.
No
Like
way.
no, it was not gonna happen.
I don't know Texas, but that sounds like a lot for me.
I mean, a sweet 3 hour drive one
Nope.
way.
You lost me. That's like going to my mom up in Albany.
See, I don't know nothing about that.
That's a nice 3-hour drive. And it also just so happened to snowstorm that week, and so
Mm. No, 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 can't do all that. I don't do snow. Like the fact it was snowing on the way to the Poconos thing, like I wasn't driving. I was tired. I was the person that, like in fact, real quick before we get into all that, how's it going, folks? This is your guy Hedo. That's my co-host Jam, and this is
hey,
another episode of Big Letter Little Letter podcast. Where today, episode 6, the letter of the day is R for rest, recuperation, and recap.
yes,
So yeah, we've been busy the past couple of weeks. What? Yeah, a couple weeks removed, so we haven't had a new episode released, so we had to get back on it. You know, people be slipping every now and again, but consistency is key. Like that's why I got the co-host for consistency.
people in kink are people too.
But I'm glad we're able to go ahead and get today's episode going. Get this out for the people. Like we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program next weekend. But for now, like we just want to go ahead and kind of catch up, recap, explain some of the endeavors that we've dived into.
Yes. Okay, so let me tell you this before I forget to tell you this. Friendsgiving. The two big things that I got to do that were on my list. I have this long list of things that I'm trying, and they all ultimately lead up to my big CNC. But, there's a lot of things to learn before you could get into consensual non-consent.
Mm-hmm.
But the two big things I got to do during Friendsgiving were a wet and messy scene, fully dessert, and this is just personally, I got to hold my partner's penis while he peed.
Not laughing at the action, just laughing at how happy you are you got to do it.
It's like a dream of mine. And he's always like, no, no, you can't. I'm like, I've sat on this man's lap while he's gone number 2 in the bathroom, but he would not let me do it. But something got him in the mood at Friendsgiving.
All right, hopefully your aim was true.
It was. I'm really good at
it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that was actually happening for you. On my end, I was able to actually help a couple people see some fantasies through. But let me go ahead and go back. I don't want to jump to the dessert, the best part of what happened the past few weeks. Let's go back to Houston where I went to Spank Fest. Went to go to Spank Fest on what day was that? Was that like the 15th? No, that don't sound right.
November moved pretty fast.
Time has been moving. Time doesn't exist. We just make it up. Dude, I think yeah, it was like on the 11th. Was it Veterans Day? It might have been Veterans Day. So yeah, so it's hosted by a gentleman by the name of Black Spank Daddy. So he hosts these events at a J Spot. It's like single women and couples only at this location. Like that's the kind of club it is. And I was supposed to go with a dear friend, but sadly, Red October shifted into November.
Man.
And she wasn't able to attend, which I was sad about because it was like going to Houston. It's 3 hours away. You only get so many chances to see people, so it's my chance to go ahead and kick it with her after it's been a while. But it was like one of those. It is what it is. So luckily, there was someone that I knew that was also going, so she was able to step in. We went together, got to like walk around parade, and so you got to see the scenes that was going on. There was a wax scene that was in display. There was impact all around because it is Spank Fest. And of course, the host himself went ahead and gave a display, which I do need to go ahead and order me that fire hose paddle. Like that hose fire.
You never leave an event without finding something new you want.
Look, I am my goal. I'm the information broker. Like when the world goes to shit, when the temperature gets too hot and everything is anarchy, I'm the person that's gonna know where to get the fresh water. Like that will be that's my end. That's who I am.
I can take it.
But yeah, like I didn't get to perform those scenes this go around. Like the last Spank Fest, I did a couple impact scenes. This one didn't really get to do much. Again, my initial person I was gonna go with, like it didn't happen. So any kind of scene that was negotiated didn't happen. But I did get to I got to actually like impact some titties with my crop. So it was like, a quick walk
Ooh.
by, pop, and consensually. And that same woman that let me do the impact, she also let me suck on her nipples because I do have my own oral fixation, and apparently I did such a good job. Her nose ring got stuck in my hair, so
Oh my goodness.
because like it was just weird. Cause I was like, I touched my like, what the like oh. Excuse me, this yours? Like, oh, my bad.
That
Yeah.
means you had her body coiling towards you.
I mean, look, I'm good at what I do, and I'm proud of it.
I've been messing around with nipple play a little bit recently. I got into a while back. I got some nipple clamps last Christmas during a Secret Santa actually.
Mm.
And I've been playing with those for a while and I knew that I wanted to get back into it, but I forgot. But I do have a crop in one of my mini shopping carts. And I did get to, oh, that's what else I did during Friendsgiving. I got to play with clothespins on
Hey.
my tits. There's just a joy in that. I'm still finding out where I land on the impact and the pain scale, but there's something about things on tits.
I mean, what I see, discovery is important.
Yeah,
So,
it's my favorite part.
yeah, that's the best part about all this with the kinks and the BDSMs and whatnot. Even just pure sexual, like the exploration is hella fun.
Mhm. It
And that
sure
was pretty
is.
much my Spank Fest. I didn't do too much. Got to at least see some things. Got to get with homegirl. Um, that was my backup. Like I already met her beforehand. We did an impact scene like prior at like it was like after Sexual Essentials art exhibit. Got together, did an impact scene. So that was who I went with. But like she already had like a scene the night before with Sir Sugar. So it was like, yeah, you can't go back to back like that. Like you got to at least heal. Like, yo,
Take a little break.
recovery is important.
That's what we're here for today.
All right, and what else went on during this little hiatus
Man, I'm just trying to get back into the business groove.
in the business group groove?
Yeah, trying to get these things going. So I'm really trying to do doula work full time, but I signed up for three different programs because that's who I am
Someone that's gonna go ahead and just work yourself to the grave?
all the time. The quest for learning is sometimes my downfall.
Hmm, I can understand that.
Mhm.
Get a
But
little
hopefully I
too
can catch up
ambitious.
this week. Yes, yes. I get in trouble for it all the time.
I would say I've gotten better. Like I used to like put too much eggs in one basket, but I feel like I've gotten a little bit better with managing all that.
I'm working on it. I'm not there yet. Maybe after. It has a lot to do with the fact that I'm trying to build connections still,
Hmm.
and I'm still working full time, and I'm looking for other jobs. So once we get past this hurdle, things should smooth out a little bit.
Okay. Cause now I'm trying to think what else. Cause that's what happened. I was thinking like what else happened during the hiatus on my end. Like I was supposed to go to Central Texas Dark Side's Spanksgiving,
Ooh.
like registered, made a booking at the hotel,
Oh my God.
and luckily I didn't have to pay for the hotel prior. But like because me and my lady were sharing the car at the time because gotta get her to work,
Mhm.
and I was like, I would take her to work. I'll be at home. Then I'm like resting because I'm just tired. Because this boot camp, I've been doing this since September, and it's like nonstop every day. Get up, go, and it's like go, go, go. And
Mhm.
didn't realize like how tired I was because I'm doing like Grubhub and Amazon Flex to make extra money because it's like yo, you can't, you gotta do this course, but you still gotta like pay rent and stuff.
True.
And so that weekend, I ended up just like coming home. I sat down, I was like, all right, they have the dungeon open at 9, it's 6 o'clock, I can go at 8. And then 8 o'clock hit, and I'm like, nope, I'm not
No.
going. I'm just gonna be here.
People forget about mental exhaustion. It's a hell of a thing. And when you pair that with physical exhaustion, you just need to chill.
That's what happened. I ended up just taking the L. I'm like, no, this I'm just gonna go ahead and do nothing. And I feel like that was worth it because I also I did the math where I have to go on a I have to like because what we did to go to the Poconos is we bought our tickets in Dallas
Hmm.
because it was a $700 difference.
Oh my
So
god.
that means I am driving from Austin to Dallas at 1 o'clock in the morning to get there by 4:35 to catch our flight that's at 6:30 in the morning. So
That's
yes,
insane.
I did the math. I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna tire myself out. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this L and relax. And then went to the following weekend. Yeah, the what was it? Thursday went out for karaoke. Came back home around 11. Finished packing, loaded up the car. My lady took a nap, and we were gone by 1, driving to Dallas.
Wow.
And the thing is, we technically made it,
Mm,
but
that
Southwest has
sounds
a
like being late.
policy where you have to check your bags in 45 minutes before departure time.
Hmm.
And we didn't get there 45 minutes before departure time. And I was not going to throw away my knives. Like, that wasn't going to happen.
No.
So we just caught the flight that was an hour later. And that flight was delayed. So,
Oh, fun.
but eventually we got to the Poconos. We got the car. We drove up and we made our way into a weekend of wonderful fun.
I'm glad you made it. Yeah, the fun sexual placation is definitely one for the books every time.
I mean, I went in February. It was a great ass time. I came this time. It was a great ass time. I will likely attempt to go to the next one if it links up right. So,
I need to go to the next one.
all right. I guess what we can do is talk about each other's Poconos adventures. But let's just take a quick break.
All right.
Cool. All right, and welcome back to the second part of this lovely podcast. And what we're going to do is just simply recap our Poconos adventures.
Yeah, that was a good time. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, actually, you go first. I'm gonna need you close to the mic, though. Let the people hear you. I don't want them to like raise their volume up and not hear what's going on.
I'm here. I'm here.
There we go.
All right. I mean, my Poconos adventure started off slow because we got there in the dead of night. And our very first excursion was finding food in the first place. But we did something that I haven't really seen before and what I kind of wish more king events were like. So these people, they've been doing Friendsgiving for a while.
Hmm.
And on our second night there, they set up our Airbnb so that every room was themed. And they had like a sensory room, a black light paint room, they had an impact room, um, a wax room, and then we had like open space for sexual activities. And I actually got really high that night. so I, so I had to take it easy. Um, but I just had a really good time with my partner because I'm pretty sure I've said it a couple of times that like we're still learning each other as a dynamic.
Hmm.
But we got to do some sensory stuff and I got to wear a blindfold and he played with like feathers and some leather paddles. And then we did the clothespins that I was talking about.
Hmm.
And he kind of flicked them a little. That's when I knew like we're working on it. And then we went into the black light room, and again, I was super high, so like a black light room is exactly where you want to be. And we painted on each other, and it felt like a really close moment. Not to get too sappy here, but just like finding intimacy in kink, I think is something that people shouldn't forget. It's something that happens.
Well, it's
And
very important.
then, yeah, for sure. And then I did some impact. I don't usually do impact when I'm higher than normal. Um, but it was with trusted friends. So my friend actually bought Fluffinator on your
Hey.
recommendation. And
Wait,
he's
which
been
friend is this?
practicing. It's what is his name in the chat?
You
I
can tell me
think it's
later.
Omega Wolf in the Heart of
Okay.
Soft chat. Yeah. Um so he had his fluffinator with him. He'd been practicing, so I let him go. And because I didn't normally do impact when I'm high, I took it pretty easy. I just let him like play with it. You know, the fluffinator is my favorite toy. It just gives you everything. It's the soft, it's like that heavy, unexpected impact at the end. So we played a little bit for that, and I did safe word. My friend was like, "Did you safe word?" But yeah, um, I did safe word because I didn't want too much of a heavy impact, and then I just kind of sat and watched. And if any friends from the Heart of South chat are listening, they've seen those pictures where I'm pretty much just zoned out on the couch watching my friends receive impact. And actually, like when my friend was swinging all of his toys, there was just like a wind passing, and it felt like the greatest thing.
Like a queen over here getting fanned.
Yeah, basically, I was in a great space. But the on the third night, that's when I did my wet and messy scene. Everybody was super excited to smush cupcakes all over me and eat strawberries out of my bra until they asked me to take the bra off, and then
I'm
um
upset you had the bra on to begin with, but
I
hey,
had to look cute to come out. I had to be introduced.
I guess.
Yes. And it was a good moment because like my partner got to practice like introducing me as his sub and like a scene that we had set up together,
Hmm.
and then just like laying down the law about what was acceptable and what was not. And then I got to do like sweet things with my friends.
Nice.
Literally. So
That sounds like a
it was a
great ass
really fun
time.
weekend. Yeah. And then on top of that, food is a kink of mine. And my friends, listen, I have had all these allergies and I'm on an elimination diet, so I can't eat a lot of different things, but they were on it. These people were buying all types of food that I could eat. They were asking me questions, and I just felt like so loved all weekend. Listen, we had such good breakfast. They made me just egg, grits, gluten-free toast. Like, I was so happy.
See, I think that is kind of important with like groups, especially like kink groups. But like groups like this, it's kind of like it's intimate where you know the other person. Like it's
Yeah.
not a matter of like the reason why I enjoy the fun sexuals events is because it's not a cash grab. She's not
Mm-hmm.
out here trying to say, "Hey, all you people, I mean, we could fit 100 people in here. Come on, 100 people." No, she curates it where it's like, "Yo, we got to make sure it's intimate enough so everyone can actually like acknowledge everybody
Yeah.
and it's easier to like look out for folks. Like if something's going wrong, it's a lot easier for a small group to notice, oh man, something's wrong with this person, than to have a big group and, oh, is that person okay? Anyways, let
Right.
me go back to what I was doing.
Right. And I mean, especially with recent events, you really want to get to know the people that you're sharing vacation time with, and everybody's paying attention to what's happening.
So yeah, and I guess that sounds like a great ass weekend. You got to live your fantasies.
It was so good.
Help someone pee. You should have done a whole role play. Like, have, like, oh, both my hands are in the cast. I need you to do this thing for me.
Maybe. He's got some things on his list that will lend nicely to it.
All right. I guess I can go ahead and give a rundown of my lovely Poconos weekend. But yeah, like I said before, this is with Maj, the fun sexual. That's be sure to check out her podcast. It's a bit of a hiatus because the Play Party Princess has been busy. Because she even has a party the weekend of the 2nd with King slash Daddy Hef as well as Glamazon Tayomi, where they have an event for Exotica DC. And then the following weekend, she has Femsation, which is an all women's, and yes, that's trans women. Also, Play Party in New York. And then, oh, I could talk about this one. And then for New Year's, she has a party going on in DC for New Year's Eve.
Oh, yes, I just saw that.
So yeah, now I get to talk about it. Oh, I'm going. Now I'm trying to see if my lady can come with, because where she works, it seems like New Year's might be like a big deal. So fingers crossed. Like we're gonna figure it out. Like we're gonna buy the tickets. We'll figure it out. Even if it becomes a situation where we like stay until like Tuesday, so we can go to the Natural History Museum.
Ooh, I love a museum.
But yeah, that's I talked enough about Maj. Let me go ahead and talk about the weekend. So, I like to do dumb things, and this time I decided to buy tickets out of Dallas because I was saving $700, and are there some regrets? A little, because I had to like leave from Austin at 1 in the morning and drive to Dallas to catch this flight at 6:30. And I still missed the flight because there was a policy where I have to check my bags in 45 minutes before departure. So we ended up having to take a later flight, which was okay, cool. But then from there, went ahead and we made it. We got there. We flew into Jersey, got a rental car, and made that 2 or 3 hour journey? It's like, about right. I think, technically should have been 2 hours, but I forgot we didn't leave from Newark. We went to LaGuardia. And leaving from New York was an hour within itself.
What?
Yeah. Once we got out of New York, we were Gucci. We were golden. It was smooth travels. But yeah, so we made the journey. We got to the Poconos. People were already there, so we went ahead, just threw things down, showered, because it started snowing. So it's like, hey, let's get freshened up for tonight's festivities. And I was excited. So I already threw on, because the theme was like green. Like green, like sleepwear, lingerie, etc. And so I threw on my green, silky little something. It was like walking around the place, you know. And yeah, just got to meet everybody, because what she does is creates a Discord for the event, so people can interact, can negotiate scenes, can talk, and everything. So at least I already met some of these people because they came to previous events. Some people I knew through other different group chats, and it's good to put a face and a voice to the people you're chatting with, so that was cool. We got to like just wait around for other people to get there because Maj is serious about her consent speeches and wanted to wait till everyone was there. Had 2 people that are a little bit delayed, but everyone got there. But now from there, we had like a cook that was there, and when I tell you the meal that she made, from the dressing, the stuffed mushrooms, the fried turkey wings, and it was like so many wings, and I had to hold back. I only got 2 because I'm like, yo, I'm not about to eat all of them. But guess what? The next day, I definitely ate some because they were delicious. But yeah, dinner was fantastic. We got around together, ate like a little kinky family. You know, it was a friend's Thanksgiving, so it was like on theme. Took some shots together because at that point we're like, all right, you know, hey, we're still waiting on these people. Let's go ahead and get a little loose, get a little chatty. And then, things didn't start off yet, but while my lady was getting ready, I caught her at that sweet spot time where it was like, all right, there's no makeup on, but she was putting on the get up. So I
Mm.
definitely slid between them legs, because she can't be over there looking all fine and whatnot and not expect me to come entertain you.
I
So
mean,
that was the way to start it off. So, got a little something, something in. And then from there, we went up. The other people finally arrived. Consent speech was given. And then everyone's like just chilling. We dispersed. You got some people outside smoking a little something, something. Some people drinking some more. And then there was one person who was essentially new to all this. And like she was questioning about impact and whatnot. I'm like, hey, I can go ahead, give you a quick rundown, give you a quick demonstration. And so I was able to like be her first ever impact scene, which felt good.
oh, that's how we met.
I mean, hey, I'm out here in indoctrinating all the newbies. I don't know the right word.
That sounds right.
Introducing. There we go. But yeah, so I got to introduce her to that, and my thing is, I do enjoy having someone that is new. That way, I can explain everything as I go along. That way, in the future, whoever they run into, they know, hey, yo, this ain't right. Like, I want you to have the best first experience so you know what to expect from here on. And, that way,
That's legit.
yeah, that way you're not dealing with someone that maybe have been damaged in a sense. Because they're like, someone did something all completely wrong. And now, someone that knows what they're doing got to, like, help them heal from that horrible situation to realize, oh, this is what it is. Oh,
Yeah.
so luckily, again, first time I was able to introduce her to all that. Gave the rundown. We did, of course, did the negotiations. From there, I introduced her to the stoplight system, and then we went through, and she was like, "Yo, this was amazing. Like, I did not like, cause then." When
Yeah.
you look at someone getting impacted, your thoughts are never like, "Man, how can that be fun?" She went through and was like, "Okay, I can see why." And then
I'm glad
after,
she enjoyed herself.
same here, like I'm not a hedonist for no reason. And from there, already had a different negotiation with someone else of an orgasm situation. And so, essentially, what my fantasy was, the person was to be blindfolded and didn't really have the music. I forgot the spare headphones I had, but this person was blindfolded. And I was using a mixture of instruments, my bear claws, Württemberg wheels, floggers, my lush, as well as I was supposed to use my womanizer, but I did not charge my toys, and I'm a little salty about
Oh
that.
no, you committed the sin.
Yeah, but at least my Hitachi was fully charged, so the Hitachi came in clutch. So I did a full orgasm, forced orgasm scene there, and it was a great time. And according to her, she was like, "Yo, it was everything." I I do have my own praise kink. Like, look, tell your doms when they do a good job. Like, it fuels us. It makes us want to go harder next time.
Heard.
And that was day one. Like, I've learned my lesson. I hurt my foot at hedonism night one because I did not respect travel day. Tried to go too hard in the paint, and nah, that was a bad idea. So I was like, when I was done looking at other people's scenes, I'm like, cool, I'm going to sleep. And then the next day it started off great because I got up, walked around. People are making breakfast. People are chopping it up. There was the lady there who had a fantasy. She talked about it last night, and then they were chopping it up. It seems like there was an impact scene supposed to go on, and so I go use the restroom, freshen up because it's morning. Like, let me get myself together. I come around and I see her surrounded with three guys, and they getting it in. And then I walk over, I took a look, and my dick got grabbed. So I was like, okay, another one. And then two other guys came through because this was essentially her fantasy because one of the things that women are denied is this kind of situation because of all the slut shaming.
Right.
So she got to experience this firsthand with like six other guys. We were all just, it wasn't like a disrespectful, because look, some people love the degradation.
Yes.
You didn't get that from her. This was a more affirmation thing. This was more like, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you look amazing taking this
Oh, I
dick.
love
It was
that.
like a lot of affirmations going on, and like she was just loving it. It was going on for a while, and then like around like, all right, cool. Like, all right, fine. You want to stop? Let's get one more orgasm out of you. It was done, and then while getting her up, that's when she became like a puddle. It was like pure subspace. Like that's literally where it just dropped to. And again, newbie, she did not understand the emotions I was going through, and so we had to like got her to the couch. The birthday guy was like fanning her. We're just trying to like cuddle her, talk to her, like let her know like you're amazing, like give her all the affirmations. Got her some water because one thing that people don't realize about anything regarding sex, BDSM scenes, or anything is there's a lot of breathing. You get thirsty.
Yes.
Especially if you're screaming, guess what? You be thirsty. Moaning,
If
you be
you're
thirsty.
screaming.
Like you just want some water. Like, and they also got her some like grapes and whatnot to like kind of like get her to a place where she could recognize things because like it was like pure boo hooing. It was like, but I'm having such a great time. I can keep going. It's like, see,
It's okay.
gotta like you gotta write it out. Like you gotta
Yes.
write it out. You
It's
gotta just
okay
feel the
to rest.
feels. Oh, rest. See, we're hitting all the words. But yeah, and it was a great day to start the morning, and she got to experience her fantasy, and like it's kind of one of those things. Like I had to let her know, like you got to experience something that you didn't. I'm assuming you never thought you would, or you thought you would feel bad that you would. Like it's like there's so many emotions going on right now. You just gotta don't force
Hmm.
yourself. Like, cause you want to like get up, like, oh
Right.
no, I'm good. Let me get up. Like, no, 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 sit there. Let people
No,
take care of
no.
you.
Take your time.
Like, recuperate. Sit back. People got you. And that's how the day started. It was like, it was a great start. Who knew that we'll fulfill a fantasy of a woman that wants to have a gangbang? Like,
I
mwah.
mean, it's the fun sexual. If anybody can do it, Maj can do it.
I mean, look, that woman, she be busting out miracles. But no, after that, she did get back to herself. Eventually, the original impact scene that was supposed to happen did happen like a little bit later, before they went off to um what's it called? Not a mystery room, a locked room.
An escape room.
There we go, an escape room. See, I would have been no help there. But yeah, so yep, so they went ahead and went to the escape room. I was chilling, I showered, I started like watching Sing or something. And then I was like, I'm gonna just do some of these shrooms we got. And that was how I started my evening.
Yes, shrooms are my favorite.
And like I even have like we'll see the confessionals tomorrow because I did record when I first took the shrooms, when I took some more shrooms, and just my overall waviness throughout the whole time. But yeah, they got back. I'm like, I'm just shrooming through. Like I'm just like, they're complaining because they lost by 30 seconds or something. But I'm just like,
Dang.
that sucks. And I just
You're
kept on moving.
chilling.
They started making the lasagna, and like I was just overall just chilling, just catching the vibes. Eventually they went out and started a fire, and they started making s'mores, and they had like some shroomy s'mores. S'mores? I forgot what we try to call
Yes.
it. S'mores?
More.
But yeah, they went ahead and did that, and so I was pretty much just getting things prepped, cleaning up my toys and whatnot, because that the one thing they don't tell you about being a top or dom is the amount of cleaning you have to do of your instruments, because we're sanitary over here.
Yep.
And then so from there, I got everything put together. Had a lady that wanted wax done, the same new person. So she got to experience a lot of shit this weekend. So
Good for her. I'm
kudos to
super
her.
proud.
But yeah, I got the wax set up. Yeah, I got the wax set up, lit everything, and then she was ready. She was good to go. And
Mm.
when I tell you, I get it, but it's still funny the dramatics that happen whenever like wax is being poured. Um, there's always a scream like ah. It's like
You're never ready.
Like never. Like it's always, and it is like we had a scary situation where she accidentally kicked up and knocked it out of my hand.
Oh no.
Thankfully, this was a pitcher. And the thing with a pitcher is everything's contained. So I already poured out the wax. So everything where like even if she kicked it and the flame was to like touch her, it wasn't gonna last long because all in the pitcher. So
That's good.
thank God. And she was naked, so it's not like any clothes are gonna get burnt.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like the start was very like and so I went ahead, my brain wanted to go ahead and be big brain. It's like, all right, cool, wait here, I'll be right back. I went upstairs and got
Mhm.
ice. And that way we go ahead and convert this to a temperature play scene. So that way when
Mm.
she feels the it's like, ooh, the cool sensation. Until she got used to the wax. Because essentially, when it comes to wax play, the trick is allowing the buildup. Because once the buildup is there, all you're doing is packing wax on wax. So it's no longer just like on the skin or whatnot. And so once she built a tolerance, that's when I just went ahead and did the lovely artwork with the wax. And then, of course, I gotta regularly check in on her, especially someone being new. When you're new, it's harder for you to advocate for yourself because you don't know what to expect.
Right.
So that's why I always do the check in regularly, like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Like in the beginning, she was like, I didn't think I was gonna make it. And around the end, she was like, yo, keep on going. Like she was just enjoying it, and went ahead, finished that scene up, and yeah, wrapped that one up. Got to the removal, used my good old dull knife, went ahead and removed the wax. And yeah, she said herself, she was like just completely relaxed. She loved it. I put the video up on Snapchat of the finished product with her. And then I just did clean up. Got her, she was good to go. She went ahead and rinsed off because wax can be a little bit messy. So that was done. Then went upstairs. Someone else was like, "Oh, you got the wax out?" So I had to go back down again downstairs and do another wax scene. This time I put a little twist on it where I incorporated the lush. So while wax is
Mm.
being poured, I'm also creating vibrations in her pussy. So
Yeah,
it's
so
kind
I'll
of.
see you in 2 weeks.
So yeah, this was like a mixture of orgasm control along with the wax play. So that's how that scene went. But she was more of a G with it. There was no us or anything like that. She was like, "Oh, we here, we are good. Go at it, have fun." And this one, I also blindfolded her, so that way it's like a little sensory deprivation. Like I like mixing and matching things.
Mm.
Um, and so after that scene was done, I also put that video up of the results on the snaps. I mean her pussy wasn't showing, so I feel like I should be good. Like the way the camera angle was, I'm like, let me have this Instagram. Um, but after that, I was just chilling. I was checking out other people's scene. You have someone over here, giving the waterworks because of a whole scene that was being done over there. Go upstairs, you see some fucking going on. It's like I'm just perusing, enjoying myself. Like I was hearing my lady because I know her moans. Like at this point, I could be, I could be in a room with 500 people, and I'm like, oh, that's her. So I was hearing her. I looked in. It's like, she was having, apparently, according to her, it was her and three ladies just chilling on the bed chatting, and then it escalated to her getting strapped. Like there's no like she doesn't even understand what the in between happened. Like how do we get from here to here? It just happened. And so I was there looking at that, and then there was play going on over here. And like this isn't a big room. It was like two full beds or whatever.
Intimate.
And so while that was going on, I was just watching, and then I'm like, yeah, I might as well join in. So I joined in with the people that was having a little like oral session over here. I started eating out homegirl, of course, consensually.
Yeah.
Started eating out homegirl, and we're just having a good ass time. Then my lady's like, "Hey yo, you got some dick to spare?" I was like, "Psst, anytime." And then she passed me on to the lady that was strapping her. I was like, "Oh, okay, here we go." And so from there, I'm getting head because oral fixation around. Like a lot of us, we just like things in our mouth apparently. And
Yes.
then lady was chilling and watching. Homeboy came over to my lady, and then she was over here doing her thing. And then like we're hearing the thing is like there's like one side of the room, but the thing is, the ladies were facing the opposite side, and you're hearing things going on. It's like, oh man, what's going on? Like, you want to like turn around and look, and so we had to all position ourselves so everyone could face what was going on the other side, which was a whole lot of shenanigans. And like there was a point where my lady was laying down, getting dick down. I'm over here getting head. We had a high five moment. It was like, it was highly unexpected, and I love that type of shit.
That sounds like a really, really good time.
It was a great time. And then, like, I guess from there, that was pretty much where I was like, yeah, I'm good for the night. Like, I've enjoyed myself. Like,
You gave it everything you got.
I didn't give it everything I got. I gave it a good enough of effort. It was like, like, I had a great ass time. Like, that was the like, and, like, I was there in February for the first one. This one topped it.
Really?
February was fun. I had a good ass time. I did a lot of good stuff. This one was so much fun because it was a lot more interconnected interaction. Like, it wasn't like the first one, you had people have their peoples.
Yeah.
This one, it was more like, we all in this together. Like, let's go High School Musical with it. But yeah, that is my recap of the Poconos. I can't wait for another crazy time, which will likely be on the 9th at the Heart of Soft one, and then another crazy time for New Year's at the Fun Sexuals New Year's thing. I'm just here for all the shenanigans.
I can't wait. In fact, that should be like its own special episode because it will be in the same area.
So yeah, you'll get to go ahead and see me again.
Yes. It's always a good time when you come around.
I might bring my wax. I don't know. We'll see. Because I know, I don't know if there's an area for it. And also, it's like, there is a shower, so it's not like cleanup won't be an issue for whoever gets the wax. But, I don't know. Because I know I can't bring my knife because I'm doing carry-on. Like, we're not about to, we're not about to risk a check baggage situation. Like, we're just going to go ahead and carry on and keep it moving.
I can dig it.
But yeah, essentially that's the episode. We actually ran a little long. Didn't expect all that.
I didn't expect it to take so long, but we've been having a good time.
Well, yeah. Before we go though, what you trying to plug?
Nothing right now, man. If you're pregnant and you need a doula, I'm your girl. I accept all types of families. That's what I've got going on right now.
There you go. She is located in NYC area. Be sure to look out for the doula, Jamina.
Thanks so much.
And what's that email of yours again?
doulajamina@gmail.com.
All right. On my end, I am the HedonisticDom. HedonisticDom on IG. Hedonistic_Dom on the Twitter and Snapchat. And HedonisticDom_ on Fetlife. You can always find me there. Hit me up. Let me know what you want to know. I'm more than happy to share my information. Next week, we're going to go ahead and actually try to get into our collaring episode with hopefully some answers from a collared individual.
Hoorah!
All right, peoples, we do appreciate y'all listening. And I guess that'll be it for this episode of the Big Letter, Little Letter podcast.
Don't forget to rest. We'll see you next time.
All right. Be out there, stay safe, and also kinky. Bye.